Hi, I'm Scott Buckle. I'm a Galveston Bay area master naturalist, and I'd like to introduce you to the Parks for Pollinators program for Galveston Island this year. It's a program where we're trying to document as many pollinators and their plants as possible on Galveston Island over the weekend of the 24th to the 26th of September. So we want you to come out and document these. And to be able to do that, you use iNaturalist, and a little bit later in the video, I'll give you a little tutorial on how to use iNaturalist. But I want to let you know that this Parks for Pollinators program is a program that's coordinated by a number of different organizations in the area, including Galveston Parks, Galveston Island Nature Tourism Council, and a number of other environmental organizations in the area. We want to go ahead and sort of document these plants and things so the parks can see what they have on their properties, as well as we can see what other things people are observing on the island. And it'll be kind of fun because if you go to the project, go ahead and say, well, come on to the program. There's a website on iNaturalist. You can check out the project. It's Parks for Pollinators 2021 Galveston Park. And go there, and you'll be able to see we'll have a list of places where you can go visit. And don't use that as an all-inclusive list, but use that as a guide. If you don't know where to go, maybe go someplace you haven't been before and explore the island a bit. So we'll see that, and I'll give you a little bit of a tutorial in a few minutes. Thank you. Hi, I'm Scott Buckle. I'm a Galveston Bay area master naturalist, and I want to introduce you to using iNaturalist on your phone to be able to make observations, to participate in the Parks for Pollinators program that's September 24th to 26th in Galveston. So what we want you to do is to go outdoors and observe nature, and particularly in the park areas where you can go ahead and look for pollinators, which include not only bees, but butterflies, hummingbirds, a number of flies, a number of other native bees, and all sorts of little beetles and stuff that come in and out of flowers. So go ahead and spend some time looking for those things and document them on iNaturalist. Well, to get started on iNaturalist, you need to set up an account. Before you set up an account, probably the easiest way is to go to the app store that's appropriate for your phone. In my case, it's the app store for Apple, and for Android phones, it's going to be the Google Play Store, I think. Download the app. And then the first time you use the app, it's going to prompt you to sign in or set up an account. Go ahead and set up an account. It only takes less than a minute. If you have a Gmail account, you'll be able to put your Gmail address in, it'll suck it all in, and then you'll be ready to go. You just need to choose a username. For me, I just use my name, Scott Buckle, all lowercase run together as one word. But you can use anything you want. You can go ahead and pick a name that's appropriate for yourself. Now, once you have an account set up, you can start making observations. And for the Parks for Pollinators program, you need to document pollinators, any insects, bees, bats, or whatever coming in and out of plants are possible, as well as the plants. So for the ease of this video and instructional reasons, and because I can walk you through every step, I'm going to go ahead and use an example and show you how to make an observation of a plant. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through and I'm going to make an observation of this plant here. It looks like a blanket flower, and I'll go ahead and take a picture. I'll take a picture of it. So what I do is I look at the plant and I decide, okay, find a flower that looks pretty characteristic. So I found one here. I get down close to the plant level, get on my knees. And then what I use is say, this flower looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's a good flower. So then I hit the observe button on the phone, and that's the plus button on an Android phone. Hit the camera icon so it's ready to take a picture. Take a picture of the flower. So look at the picture. It looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and click Use Photo. Now, to be able to have other people identify and verify this identification, this flower is probably pretty characteristic, but a lot of times there's flowers that are pretty similar. So what I recommend doing is take a picture of the leaves, and sometimes you might want to take a picture of the whole plant. In this case, I know the leaves are going to be more characteristic, so I'm going to go ahead and hit box here with the plus, hit the camera icon again, and then I'm going to take a picture of leaves in the stem. Okay, that looks good. Hit use photo, and now here's where the fun part of iNaturalist comes in. One of the fun parts. There's this line here, I'll put a little arrow here. What did you see? I touched that. And I'll go from here, it comes up where it says it's a blanket flower. It's, you know, in the genus Gaillardia, which it is. And in this case, if you don't know which Gaillardia it might be, I would recommend touching blanket flowers. In this case, I happen to know this is landsleeve basket flower because for one reason is I'm familiar with the plant, and the second reason is there's a sign right here. So I'll go ahead and hit landsleeve basket flower and then hit save. So now I've made a single observation on iNaturalist, and it's as simple as that. Take a picture, hit the screen in a couple of spots, and you're done. And now you're off to being able to explore something else. Just to go ahead and repeat, just so that you hear all these steps a second time, I'm going to make a second observation, and I'm going to use this plant right over here with the red tubular flowers. I've seen some bees coming into it a little bit earlier today, as well as this blanket flower, and that's why I chose these two plants. So I'll kneel down here. I'm going to click the observe button once again, and then I'm going to put it in my hand, and I'm going to take a picture of the flowers. Looks pretty good. And we'll hit the plus sign again because I want to make sure that I document the leaves, because there may be other flowers that look like this. So I'm going to take a picture of some leaves. Take a picture of the leaves. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to hit use again, and then I'm going to hit that same button. What did you see? So I'm going to go ahead, I know this is tropical sage, so I'll pick tropical sage. Now, if you do not know what it is and it doesn't come up with an answer and you know it's a plant, you can go ahead in that box here, just type in plant. And then people will know it's a plant, and you might be able to get an identification on it as well. It can be as easy as that. And hopefully you'll go through here and participate in the program and document at least a few plants and a few pollinators for us on our program. Thank you for your time. Bye. Parks for Pollinator BioBlitz is organized by the National Recreation and Park Association with support from Scott's Miracle-Gro Foundation. And it's locally coordinated by the City of Galveston, Galveston Island Nature Tourism Council, Better Parks for Galveston, Galveston Island Tree Conservancy, and the Galveston Bay chapter of the Master Naturalists.